Well, I was blessed to be raised in a loving Christian home and to have my parents as my parents. My mom, ever since I was little, would read me stories of missionaries, which I developed an interest in missions after that, and I still have, and it's going to continue, I just know. And so fast forward until I'm 15, and I'm at a revival in downtown Mobile. I had injured my knee a couple years prior, and I wasn't really able to run or jump or dance. I could do it in little bits, but I couldn't do it much or else it would hurt a lot. And one day I decided to take a leap of faith and go up to the evangelist Nathan Morris to pray for my knee. And he did, and I didn't get immediate healing, and so not even 10 minutes later, I started feeling fire in my knee, and it just felt really weird and things moving around. And I was like, "Girl, mommy, what is happening?" I started freaking out, and she goes, "Oh, he's healing your knee. Just calm down, let him do his work." I was like, "Oh, okay." And I'm freaking out, and a few minutes later, it's gone, and she goes, "Get up and move around." And ever since then, I haven't had problems with it, and it's amazing. And so that day, I was more open to the idea of God and hearing his voice because I wasn't close with him at the time. And so the next week, Nathan Morris decided to show a video of his crusades through Africa. And I believe it was Kenya that really caught my attention. I just started weeping throughout the video, just seeing all these people who had never even heard the name of Christ, and they were just giving their lives to him just like that. And that just won me over. And at the end of the video, Nathan said, "Everyone who feels the call to Christ, come on up to the front." And so all these kids around my age, even some adults, come up, and he said, "Start praying." And we all start praying. I'm a few people behind, in front of the stage. And I started praying, and I just started having this battle in my mind. And I know it was the devil trying to put doubts in my head to just give up, because I kept thinking, you're not really meant to go into missions or the ministry. You just want to. You're not really meant to do this. You're not called. And then all of those thoughts just shut up. And I knew it was God because it was a voice of authority. And I heard, "Sarah, I gave you this passion for a reason. You're going to be like Nathan one day." And I was like, "What? What are you?" No, that's crazy talk. And as soon as I opened my eyes to look up at God, the first thing I saw was Nathan Morris pointing straight at me and saying, "Bring her up." And he called the ushers to bring me up on the stage, and I was the youngest person up there. Everyone was their 30s, 40s, 50s, and they prayed for me. I got down on my knees, and then I was the last person on there. And the last thing that Nathan said that night that I remember was, "Everyone that's on this stage was called specifically into ministry and missions." Fast forward 6-7 years later, until now, I had been praying about it, trying to decide about going into YWAM, looking for opportunities, and YWAM was one of them. And I was praying about it, and I was talking to my mom and telling her my troubling, because I wasn't sure if I was supposed to or if I was just wanting to. And she said, "Sarah, God doesn't always say yes or no. He gives you a choice. If it lines up with his word and you are praying for it and you want it, go for it." And I knew, obviously, it goes with God's word. And I prayed for it for a very long time, and now it is becoming a reality. In a few short weeks, I am going to Montana for YWAM. I'm going to be training, and I'm going to possibly be going to Nepal in the fall. And I couldn't be more excited. And I wouldn't have been half as confident as I am now in going into missions if I hadn't heard God's voice amongst all the chaos in my mind at the revival when I was 15 years old.